Hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope this video finds you well. If you're new, then hello. My name is Jo and I do nail stuff. She does stuff with nail stuff, and the stuff she does with nails is done with nail stuff and stuff. I have a cut on my hand for nails. Let's try some polygel stuff. So I have been sent a lot of stuff from Model1s. They have sent it to me for free, and this is a sponsored video, so now you know this. But it is going to be an unbiased review for two reasons. One, that's what I said it would be, and two, what was number two? Oh yeah, I've never done this before, so I can't give an experienced review or opinion on it. But I can, it's a DIY kit, so we can see how easy this is to DIY. The first box comes with these, which are jewel forms, or poppets, some people call them. So there's those ones. These ones, am I shouting? I'm really sorry, I'm close to the mic. Shh, calm yourself. These ones have got a really kind of, is it an odd shape? I don't know, it's very curved, but we'll see what happens with that. And these ones have a much more natural curve, so I think these are the ones I'd probably choose out of the two, but the sets come with both, so you're shiny, you're good to go. And we have a nail file and a top and a base coat, or a base and a top, I should say. It had a little pot of glitter in it, and it also had a little pot of rhinestones that I've struggled to get out. And then this is it said on it a brush and I think it said a brush and a picker. And I think a couple of the sets, or I think 3 sets had these in. So that was quite handy, because otherwise I didn't have one. But now I have 3, so I can work thrice as quickly. So that's our brush and our picker, which we will scrape from the polygel from the tube with. They're all sealed tubes. This one's got a bunch of pinks in it, and some like different shades of pink, and then a couple of nudes, and then this last one is a thermo color change one, and that's the file. So that is box 1, and then box 2, which looks the same, and I will put links for these in the description below so you can find them. This one has the poppets as well, and some sequined butterflies, and this, which is a chrome pigment, I suspect, as it's got the little applicator. And then we've got the base and top again. Oh, and this is the slip, which I think is a monomer. In this case, there was one in the other one, but I took it out because it leaked a bit. And this one's got all different colour polygels in it: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and was it purple? I think it was a purple thermo, another colour, thermo colour, heat changing colour, thermo changing colour. Yeah. This is box number 3. This one is they all come with instructions as well. This one has some wet wipes, some alcohol wipes, cleanser wipes, and then you've got pink, white, and clear. So this is obviously for a French or a boomer, or, you know, I don't think I'm going to attempt to boomer, you know, straight off the bat, out the bat, straight out to bat, off the bat, and it has some gels. So these are gel paints down the side. There's 8 of them, but this is 2 gels. They were glittery ones, so naturally they're the ones we're going to look at. So that's the silver one, and this one is a turquoisey, sparkly glitter one. I'm not feeling very well, so please bear with. I've been in bed most of the day, not feeling well. Yes, so that's a nice sparkly blue. Oh, it's so sparkly. So that is box... Oh wait, no, there's more. There's stuff underneath. Who knew? Me, I did. That's why I looked. So it came with a little UV lamp, which was super cute. And then it's got legs that just... I spent longer trying to figure out how to open these legs than I would care to admit, because I didn't want to break it. but they do just kind of click out. So don't be scared, but don't be brutal at the same time. Just be normal. And this came with a duster brush and what else have we got? Oh, this! What is this? It's a teeny tiny brush, which I thought was super cute. Although it's not quite long enough, I do have big hands, to sort of rest in my, what's it called? Perlicule. So maybe someone with smaller hands. And it came with more poppets. And this is a crystal picker-upper tool. That pink thing is one of those kind of cuticle knife things. Personally, not a fan of those. I've tried it once on myself. Blood everywhere. I mean, not everywhere. It wasn't a massacre, but yeah, just use nippers. And that also had obviously the charger and some little rhinestones, and it had some striping tape. So that's quite a cool kit as well. And this is the last one, the smallest box. That's from the other one that leaked. Actually, no, bizarrely enough, the one in the bag in this box is actually from the other one, and the one in the bag's the only one that leaked. Is that weird? Is it destiny? So we've got base and top, we've got some poppets, another brush and scraper, some glitter, some rhinestones, and a pink and a clear. Yes, this is the one. That's weird. The only one that came in a bag is the only one that leaked. Anyway, and this came with another little lamp as well, and it's got a little USB thingy mabob. So I think that's everything in there. Yes, sir. So I've never tried this stuff before, so I thought I'm going to try it with you. Let's do it together. So this is Handria. Meet Handria. Say hello, Handria. Hello. I don't like Handria. She's a bit of a which is why she's been in a box in the eaves, getting cold and just looking a bit worse for wears. But don't feel sorry for her, because look what happens. Her nails pop out all the time and she doesn't move properly, and it hurts my hand to hold her hand. And anyway, she deserves to be in the cupboard, in the loft. She's like the Harry Potter. He didn't deserve it, Harry Potter, did he? Anyway, so I'm using the base coat, and I've buffed the nails, and I've done a coat of base coat, and I'm going to cure that. It said 30 seconds to 120, unless it, oh no, it says 60 there. That's what I did it for, because 30 to 120 is kind of a big difference. So I'm just going through these steps. I'm familiar with the concept, and I've seen videos on it, and I did watch a video on how to use this stuff. And yeah, did I pay attention? We'll see. Did I master it? Again, we'll see. But all the steps are kind of as expected. There's one thing, we'll get to it in a minute. So I'm taking, is this the big one or is this the normal? No, this is the normal sort of arched one. And then look at this one. It's a beast. I've never seen a nail shape like that. Actually, that's a fib. I have seen nails like that on pictures online, but they're not, I don't know. I've not seen that sort of style or trend shaped nail in England anyway. Maybe I'm just not looking. So I'm taking the red. I've scraped some out of the bottle. No, it's not a bottle. It's a tube. And I'm following the picture. She scrapes it at the bottom. I'm taking the liquid, which I'm pretty sure is a monomer and not just isopropyl alcohol. I'm not a fan of the smell of monomer. It kind of gives me an instant panic attack. Well, it doesn't. It makes me feel anxious, leads to an anxiety attack, leads to a full-blown panic attack. I don't know why. Just don't like the smell. It makes me feel funny. But you can use isopropyl alcohol. But I'm using everything from the kit that they sent, so it's a proper representation. So I've popped that down and I've dipped my brush in that. I've blot off some of the liquid. And then this is so much easier to manipulate than I was expecting. For some reason, I expected polygel to be really stiff and hard to manipulate. I don't know why. It's just how I imagined it. So I'm trying to, I thought I'd get, am I shouting again? Sorry. I'm getting carried away. I thought I would do up to one of the marked out half circles. And then it started to get a bit thin, so I was pulling some down. It sort of doesn't, the instructions aren't super kind of, I mean, they're not a video, are they? It's on paper, so it's going to be hard to explain, but I didn't know how much to put on. Obviously, the longer you want it, the more you put on. So I tried to thin it out at the cuticle area a bit as well, so it didn't sort of squish out. What's the word? Ooze out. That's not the word. Anyway, seep. Whatever. Pick a word. And I rested on there. This was the closest poppet or dual form size that I could get to this nail. I mean, this is the very first time I'm doing this, so this is the first pancake, the one that gets thrown in the bin. I don't throw it in the bin. I eat it. I don't care if it's not cooked properly. So as I turned it over, I knocked the poppet. So I kind of just put it back where it was. It's only Handria. It's fine. And I was pressing down. If I didn't press down, it didn't seem to be sort of stuck on there. But if I did press down, then stuff would ooze out the side. So this is just me and a learning curve. Oh, and then I'm going to cure it. And then it says to cure the underside as well. So we turned it over. It wasn't really sort of getting knocked now because it had started to cure. And I'm going to cure the underside. I did both of them for a minute. And then we're going to, see the poppet's too big for that nail, but, you know. I'm going to squeeze. I really struggled at first to get this off, but it came off eventually. And then I'm going to wipe and I'm going to file these sides as you would anyway, but this is because they were too big. I'm not going to make this into a tutorial because this is the first time I've ever done it, so, you know, what do I know? But I wanted to file. Obviously, there's where it sort of oozes out at the top, seeps out. There is a word, and I can't think of it. Spills, that'll do, that's nicer. You want to file it so it's smooth, and as with any extension, I mean, I do gel, then you want to make sure that there is no you cannot feel a ridge or see a ridge between cuticle and where the product starts. You want it to just be completely smooth, and to do that meant filing down, but it took off obviously some of the colour. So I decided with my wide knowledge on the subject to pop some on here like this and just kind of fill that, almost give it a bit of a fill, like an infill, where we'd filed that ridge down. I'm sure, obviously, it's more, I found it harder to file than gel. Gel is the easiest, I think, system to file. So if you were used to using polygel, you'd do a better job. But I did find it difficult to get a perfect blend, because when I filed that ridge down, it wasn't complete smooth transition from product to nail bed, and then you had to file off that bit because it looked like it was kind of lifting, and then had to fill it in with more red. And then obviously I've completely kind of, you know, got rid of the smooth surface that is the point of using the dual form, so that you don't have to file anywhere. So I'm now having to file it because I did go over it by hand with the polygel and the slip solution. But obviously the main point is to not have to do any of that, because it leaves you with this smooth surface to begin with. So I filed as best as I could and thought, let's top it. I'm surprised at the colour. I don't know why. I was sort of surprised that it was a very opaque, bold colour. I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, I thought that was quite good. So that's that cured. That's attempt number 1. I'm now going to try this beast of a poppet. I'm going to take clear, and I didn't know. Oh, this makes me jump in a second. I wasn't expecting that. You have to squeeze quite hard, I found. And my hands are a bit just from surgeries on them, and which was supposed to make them not, but anyway, they hurt. So it kind of did hurt a bit to squeeze the tube. You have to squeeze it really hard. It didn't say anywhere with this thing, this poppet here. Here's the right, Miss Joe. So here's my theory behind it. If I just did it thin, then it's going to be really hard to get it to line up with the, so I'm adding more, to get it to sort of rest on the nail, because nobody's nail is shaped like this, or curved like this even. So I decided just to fill it as if it was a gravy boat. So I'm putting a shit ton in there, again using the slip solution just to kind of move it back, and I thought let's make it as long as possible. So I did make it really thick, because one, if you do it just thin, then the extension will just break off. But two, like I say, how do you get this super high arch without putting loads of product in it? Because otherwise it will just, wouldn't rest flat on the nail, and then it would just curve, and point to the depths of hell. So I just put loads in there. There's probably plenty of people who know how to use polygel screaming at me right now going, "You're doing it all wrong!" But I know, and that's fine. So I popped that on there, and this was the thing with this shape poppet. If I wanted it to be sort of pressed down at the back, it popped up at the tip. If I wanted it to be pressing down, no air bubbles at the tip, it popped up at the back. But we turned it over, and I am just making sure that there's no product between the nail and skin. This much I know needs to be done. Don't feel the need to comment with how I should do it, or what I should have done, or all the things I'm doing wrong. That's fine. I don't need to know, but thank you. So I'm going to cure that. I held my finger down on it a smidge, just to hold it in place, and then cured the underside. And then where I'd made this super long, because I thought, let's do it as long as we can, I couldn't get the bloody thing off. Again, I don't have experience doing this, so I tried a few things. Let's get some tools out. You can see that, again, this poppet's too big for the nail, but I really struggled to get it off. But it did come off eventually. But yeah, I don't need tips on what I should or shouldn't do. I'm not being. I'm just saying, like, I'm good. Thanks. I mean, I'm not obviously, but I'm good. So that's this. This is thick, but it's really tough. This was me testing it. It's tough. It's tough as nails. So I wiped and I buffed. And have I skipped the filing? I buffed because obviously you would buff anyway before putting a gel polish on top. And that was that one. And then guess who didn't press record? Me. So that's how that one went. This one is the most successful. This is a nude. It's a really nice nude colour, actually. And it's got a few different stripes of colour on the bottle, on the tube. And I think it matched one of the stripes, but they've got a bunch of other colour stripes on there. So I'm sort of getting a bit more used to how much slip solution to put on there without having it too wet or too dry, because when it's not wet enough it's quite sticky. So I think I was getting a bit better at it, and then checked that, and is it ready to go on the nail? Oh no, I decided to put some more on, so gave that a good squeeze. Let's put more on. We're here for a fun time, not a long time. That's not my motto. My motto would be, we're here for Baileys, where's the ice? That's a good life motto, I think. So pressing that down again, just to thicken up maybe at the tip a little bit, because it was a bit thin towards the edge. Obviously didn't want to make it too thick. I'm just trying my best. But this is, the kits, one of the boxes said, have fun DIYing, or have DIY fun or something. So do it yourself, implies you're not trained in this. So, I mean, when I do my own nails, I don't call it DIY because they're still getting done by a trained professional. But DIY is, you know, it's for people who aren't trained in it. So we're seeing how that goes. So I pressed that down and turned over to remove any from near the skin, not pressing too hard that we sort of push the poppet away from the top side of the nail. I'm going to cure both sides and then pop it off, dual form pop it, and then I will file again. And then I did what they said in the instructions, so I didn't fill in where I mean, obviously I've placed that awfully, I've done a crap job, but it's something that would need practice for sure if you're not trained. So I file the ridge between the nail, that bit there, and then I go straight head and top, which is what they do in the instructions, but obviously you'd put colour or whatever, and if you do use polygel, you would know how to fix that. I'm sure you know. And this, I think, was the best result I had, possibly because it's the same colour product as Handria, as Handria's Natural Nails. But I thought I'd end on one that looked quite nice, I think. Maybe if you do polygel, you don't agree. But if you do use polygel, I would recommend trying this brand out on one of these sets. They were really nice to use, so much nicer than I expected polygel to be, and the quality, like I say, I don't use polygel, but I can tell if something's nice quality, and they were really nice quality. The coloured ones were really opaque and they were easy to manipulate with the slip solution, and the packaging is really lovely as well. Not that it's about packaging, but it's a bit of a bonus. So as my knowledge on polygel goes, these are overall really nice products. This is the box of them. I did finish on that one because I thought, you know, that one looks okay. Let's not push your luck. So these are the 4 boxes that I got. I will link them in the description below. And I'm pretty sure I have a code possibly. If I do, then I will have put it on screen already, but I'll also pop that in the description box below. But yes, if you want to try polygel, try one of these kits because you get everything you need. Most people already have a lamp, but if you don't, then get one that comes with a lamp. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me try polygel for the first time. You can subscribe to my channel for lots more videos, and you can follow me on Instagram at Miss Jo's Nail Co. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.